Welcome to the Wyoming Women's Business Center's 2021 webinar series. Today's presentation is 20 plus ways to tell customers thank you. I'm Christine Langley with the Wyoming Women's Business Center, and I'm going to be your speaker today. You'll notice the Zoom webinar bar on the top or bottom of your screen, depending on your setup. And I want to call special attention to both the chat and the questions panel. If you have any questions during the webinar today as we go along, I'd like you to use those to communicate with me. And immediately following this presentation, we're going to launch a survey. So I ask that you stay on the line for a couple minutes and answer those survey questions because it provides us, as well as our funding partners, with valuable information. Now, everybody that's on the line today is muted just to minimize our background noise. So once again, if you have any comments or questions during the presentation, just use either the chat or the questions panel. All right, so we're going to get started with some quick information about WWBC, and then we'll dive into our topic today. And I'll try to leave a little bit of time for Q&A at the end. But if for any reason I don't get to any of your questions during the live webinar, I'll be sure to follow up with an email to you at the end of this or before the end of today. All right, this is our 30-minute format, so we appreciate everybody joining us on what might be your lunch hour. And this is being recorded, and so it's going to be available on our YouTube channel. You can just go to youtube.com and search for Wyoming Women's Business Center. I ask that you subscribe to our channel and check out all the other business education content that we've provided over the last several years. So the Wyoming Women's Business Center is a nonprofit organization, and our mission is to enable and empower Wyoming entrepreneurs. And of course, we have a special emphasis on women who are either economically or socially disadvantaged. And so we provide our programs and services through 4 distinct programs. And the first is our business counseling and training program, which is always free. The second is our microfinance programs, and we offer microloans and individual development accounts. The third is the Artist Development Center, and we run that in conjunction with our Works of Wyoming store in downtown Laramie. And then lastly, we launched the COVID-19 support program last June, and we're wrapping that up this month. We're really proud to have provided education and grant dollars to more than 440 small businesses across the state of Wyoming during this global pandemic that we're all looking forward to coming to an end. All right, so today is all about showing customer appreciation in your business and offering lots of different ways to say thank you. And so we're going to get started with a quick poll so that I just understand who we have on the line with us today. And so I will launch this poll, and I'd like you to just select the stage of development that best describes your business. Are you in the idea formation? Are you in the startup phase where you've been in business less than a year? Are you early growth, 1 to 2 years in business? First growth, which is 2 to 3 years in business? Second growth, which is 3 to 5 years in business? Or have you been around longer than 5 years, which is a huge accomplishment for any business owners in that camp? All right, we'll give you guys a few more seconds. Looks like a couple more votes are coming in. Good, good, good. All right, so we'll end this and let's share this out so we can see who's on the line with us today. Looks like I just have one person in the idea formation. Great. Everybody else has been in business for over a year. And looks like I have a few people in stability that have been in business 5+ years. So great job to you. You must be doing something right. And I'm glad you're here today to learn a little bit more about thanking your customers. All right, so every small business owner is thankful, of course, for their customers, but without those loyal customers that keep coming to your door running your business, of course, would be a lot harder. So when customers give you the love, which usually means putting their dollars into your small business, it's always nice to give them some love back. And in fact, showing a little customer appreciation might help keep customers coming back to you regularly. So we know that research shows that 68% of customers will actually switch the brands they shop with if they feel that the businesses don't care one way or another if they shop with them. So the question is, how can you say thank you for supporting my small business? And so idea number one, of course, is sending out a thank you note. Now, a thank you note is a tried and true way to show that you appreciate someone's effort to shop with you. It clearly gets the message, thank you for supporting my small business, across to the customer. However, we aren't just talking about a generalized, simple thank you. I always recommend to my clients that you go the extra mile and write a personalized note. So show your customers you remember their business by mentioning a product that they bought with you, or maybe even something more specific about the interaction in your store or place of business. The more specifics, the better. And it always surprises me how rarely this show of gratitude is used. It really just takes a few moments to give a thank you note with that personalized touch. And so, of course, if you also have the option of doing this via email or text message, if your customers prefer that type of delivery system. And if you find yourself stuck for words, then I always recommend you just Google thank you note templates for a jumping off point. Remember to show some personality, make your brand stand out, and you'll be more likely to connect with your customers. All right, next up are thank you badges. So if you really want the thank you for supporting small business sentiment to show loud and clear, then you can make your appreciation public. You can find these types of customer appreciation badges for free online, or you can create your own using a free online tool like Canva. And then you can add a thank you badge maybe to your website for all your site users to see, or you can print a badge out and place it on your store's windows or checkout site if you are in e-commerce. You can frame it for a nice wall decoration in your brick and mortar store. You can even make these into stickers or share it on a customer's Facebook page. All right, number 3 is customer loyalty programs. So nothing says thank you to your small business's best customers like a solid customer loyalty program. And considering 65% of companies' business comes from existing customers, you want to make sure your customers have a reason to come back. So a customer loyalty program can take lots of different shapes depending on the type of business that you run. So a coffee shop, for instance, could implement a loyalty program where every 10th coffee bought at a store earns a free coffee. Or a retail store could offer rewards towards the products sold after a customer has spent a certain amount at the store. So anything that allows customers to redeem their accrued rewards on their future purchases is going to work. And if you want to bring your loyalty program to the next level, you can offer tiered rewards to your most dedicated and long-term customers. There's even gamification type applications that you can apply to loyalty programs. So almost any business that sells a product or a service can implement some type of customer loyalty program that shows your appreciation for customers that always come back. And for those of you on the webinar today, I want you to go ahead and share any loyalty programs you've run for your business in the chat. So maybe your partners on the line today can share ideas. So you guys help me get that chat box going. All right, next up is free upgrades. So I sometimes recommend this if you're not ready to set up a formal customer loyalty program just yet. You can sporadically give free product upgrades for your most loyal customers. And this appreciation tactic works well for businesses that offer a service. For instance, if you have a longtime customer who's used the most basic subscription level for a while now, you could offer them more functionality at a discounted or no cost. And if you're a business that sells products, then offer an even bigger discount during a big sale for your long-term customers. So speaking of upgrades, let's just take another poll. Let's see if I can get into my other poll. Oop. All right, so my question is, how many people are offering some type of free upgrade? So free upgrade for your service business or free upgrade for your product business? And just throw that in the chat for me so that we can see how many people are doing that. Terrific. All right, another way to show customers you appreciate their business is to give away free products, services, expertise, or advice in a freebie giveaway. And a sweepstakes style giveaway can reward customers for shopping with your small business, or even just keeping up with your newsletter, or even engaging on social media by giving away free products or services. It doesn't have to be much, and a giveaway can be a good way to get rid of some extra inventory you have lying around, or fill some service time when you're typically slow. So giveaways often create an opportunity then for add-on sales. And so that's why we recommend them as thank yous. All right, number 6 is meeting in person. If you have a particularly loyal and special customer, take the time out of your day to visit their business, or maybe meet up for coffee to personally communicate your gratitude. You don't need to really break the bank here for a big visit, but simply taking the time out of your busy day is going to do the trick. And as long as it proves valuable for both you and the customer, your client should find that the extra step taken shows your appreciation. Plus, you can take the time to have a meaningful conversation about how your business can serve that particular client better. Now, if you're in a business-to-business client relationship, then scheduling a quick visit to their offices to get to know their business a little more closely and give a genuine thank you in person can also be a good idea. All right, next up is choosing a customer of the month. This also works for a customer of the day or customer of the week. There's a whole bunch of ways to get creative with, say, a customer of the month club. This could be a profile on a certain customer that you feature on your website's blog or social media channels. Or if you have a retail store with a variety of products, you could show a picture and a quick blurb of thanks, on a bulletin board, whiteboard, assuming the customer's comfortable with that. If you run a business-to-business type model, then you can even offer your customer of the month's favorite products at a discount in your store. All right, if you operate in a small town or community, which I'm guessing most of the people on this call do because you're in Wyoming, it's easy. This is an easy way to thank all your customers at one time, and it's to throw a customer appreciation party. So this is an example of one, a larger one, obviously in Houston, Texas, but this could be as relaxed as a barbecue or an after-hours dinner or cocktail event, or even just an hour-long special event during lunch on a weekday. You can offer an exclusive look into a new product, or you might get customers, coming back for more. And so that would be the hope with a customer appreciation party. Okay, an easy way to show a first-time customer that you appreciate their business is to provide some kind of special discount or an incentive for them to shop with you again, right? You want them to come back. So this can work for the first-time customers to initiate a return. Say, for instance, you run a clothing store and a first-time customer returned a product maybe that they purchased. You could ask them if they'd like a second chance by offering a 10% discount on the next product they buy. So whether it's a first-time customer that maybe didn't have that great of an experience, or you just want to make sure that first-time customer comes back, offering that follow-up discount can do that. If you run an events business and for some reason a customer couldn't attend because of an unexpected conflict, you could give them a certificate or a discount on their next service. So not only do these gestures show that you appreciate your customer's business, but it'll encourage them to come back for more. All right, number 10 is social sharing. So social media is a great creative outlet for all sorts of business purposes, including a stellar customer appreciation campaign. So there's many different social media campaigns that could work for your business. You could invite your best and most loyal customers to an exclusive Facebook group where you post special deals or early bird events. Or you could take the time to snap a picture of a happy customer with their product and post a quick blurb on why they're such a great customer, right? That's a quick and public thank you that you can show how much you care. You could also create a social media loyalty program where customers could earn reward points by sharing your posts or by providing feedback to your business via a social media channel. All right, another way to show thanks to your customers' loyalty and support is to show that you care about their opinion as well as their experience. So offering a feedback channel where customers can voice their experiences, whether they're good or bad, with your business can be helpful. You could even host a special event where you hear and talk through your business with your most loyal customers, almost like a roundtable discussion or a focus group. Showing that you're responsive to your customers' feedback shows implicitly that you care about their business and what they think of your product or services. And so, of course, showing that you're responsive means that you actually have to respond. And so I always encourage you to respond to any reviews on social media or any feedback that a customer gives you, whether it be good or bad, especially if you receive a bad review. You want to generally respond in a very genuine way to that feedback and do your best to resolve the conflict or problem. All right, number 12, if you have a lifetime customer you'd like to show a major gesture of thanks to, you could make a charitable donation to a cause that's relevant to your business or theirs, or their personal interests, and that charitable donation would be in their honor. And so oftentimes a charitable donation can mean more to a customer than just a simple freebie gift. And so taking a thoughtful look at what your customers care about and finding the right charity to contribute to can show that you're willing to go the extra mile to show your appreciation. All right, and another loyalty and reward program model, you could give your customers more intangible benefits than discounts or freebies by offering a special event series for loyal and long-term customers. So again, back to like our coffee shop idea, you could host a 3-part series of special brewing sessions for loyal and engaged customers. Or if you offer a particularly technical service, you could have your experts host informative bonus sessions for your best customers. You know, any event, session, or expert series that shows you value your best customers could be a good way to give more value to those people in the long run. All right, so speaking of freebies and treats, you know, of course, everybody loves treats, so I'd be remiss in not mentioning this one as an option. Sending over some cookies or chocolates or flowers, you know, to your best customers could be a little thank you for supporting your small business that keeps your customers coming back. And there's really no need to make a grand or expensive gesture when it comes to sending treats. Just a little something with a simple handwritten thank you note can be appreciated. And you can make a habit of this and send out thank you treats every year to your best customers, or you could line them up with holidays or events each year, you know, or maybe a certain size sale. All right, number 15. So nothing says thank you for supporting your business like sending customers, your customers, more business. So this makes a lot of sense if you operate under that business to business model, if you're doing business with other businesses. So if your client offers services of their own, then send your other customers, your friends, your family their way. This could become a formal referral partnership in the future, or it could remain an informal gesture of thanks. So people love doing business based on direct referrals. So be sure you're consistently making recommendations, and then that rule of reciprocity is going to work in your favor, and that gesture is going to get returned. Everybody wins on this one. All right, if you have a great customer that keeps coming back, then send them some company swag to show your appreciation. If you give your employees hats and t-shirts and totes and mugs and other branded material, then send some of that to your best customers as well. They'll appreciate the small and sometimes useful gesture. Not to mention having your customers walk around town with your logo on their shirts or bags, you know, can't hurt your branding efforts. We know of lots of examples where swag becomes so popular that it actually turns into a selling product for the business. Okay, birthday rewards. So everyone likes a little love on their birthday, and your customers are included in that. Take the time to send a specialized email or note that gives your customer a happy birthday wish, or even a birthday gift or a discount code. Not many businesses do this, so if you take the extra step, you might be able to set yourself apart from the rest. And if you run a website or acquire customers via the internet, add that to your customer intake information and ask them for their birthday when they give you their email to set up the account. This is an easy way to keep track of the date and send over a note when a customer's birthday rolls around. Or if you're a brick and mortar store, you can leave a note at your checkout stand letting your customers know that birthdays come with a special discount as a gift. Lots of loyalty program software will also collect birthday data, so you can look into that if you're already running a loyalty program. All right, and speaking of data, let's be sure you're capitalizing on your customer data. Odds are you collect some sort of customer and purchasing data on your sales. So besides using that data to keep your inventory stable, you can also use this information to personalize your customer's shopping experience. So for instance, if you run an e-commerce store and notice that a certain customer loves a certain type of product or engages with a special type of content on your site, you can send them follow-up recommendations, suggestions, or even tailored communication to show you that you took some extra time to get to know what your customer is interested in. And so I always just remind people, make sure that your customers are aware of and that they've agreed to having their personal information stored and shared. Okay, so traditionally a rain check is a ticket that's given for later use, either when an event has been interrupted or postponed, or when a product's out of stock and you want your customer to get the product at the offered price. This can also be a great way to convince customers who maybe have walked out empty-handed because they, didn't find like their desired product or item, to give your store a second try. So there's a few ways you can go about this. If a customer didn't find what they're looking for, you can ask for their email address if you don't already have it, and offer to email them when the product's back in your store or when you source it for them. You can even ship it to them directly. The important thing is to not let an issue with your inventory prevent you from making a sale. So if the customer's not interested in either of those options, this is where a coupon comes in handy. Could say rain check on it, or maybe just straight coupon. You provide them with a discount for that specific item or a similar item of their choice. And it's really just a way of saying, hey, we're sorry you were disappointed. The coupon can incentivize them to come back and purchase a favorite item later. All right, so I hope that these days are behind us, at least for the next several months. But I would be remiss being in Wyoming if I didn't mention bad weather awards. So I've seen these work really well in our state. Bad weather can also mean bad sales. And so if your business is likely to take a hit because of a snow day, then show customers that brave that foul weather how much you appreciate their business by providing a reward or an incentive for them to visit you during less than ideal conditions. And, if you train your best customers that you have a special offer or an incentive on bad weather days, you may just turn your bad weather days into high sales days for your business. All right, so I just wanted to list some quick bonus ideas here before we wrap up and I take some questions. One is to throw in a free gift or samples with a purchase. I order from a company on a regular basis. It's actually a food product, a flavored balsamic, and they consistently put some samples, 2 sample bottles, in every single package that they send to me. And gosh darn it, if I don't end up buying even more flavored balsamic because they send me a sample that I end up liking. So it definitely has worked on me, and I think it can work for lots of people's businesses. Another one is to celebrate your customers' accomplishments. So if you are working with other businesses and you see that they're promoting something or they've accomplished something big in the community, it's always great to share that news via social media or recognize them with a little handwritten note letting them know that you're celebrating with them. Rewarding good reviews, we kind of mentioned that in the social media, but you can always offer a reward or some type of discount or points if people leave reviews on your social media sites, especially your Google My Business listing, which helps you with search engine optimization. Create an unboxing moment. So this is doing something special inside the box if you're shipping, a product to a customer, so that they're sort of overjoyed or surprised or impressed when they unbox the product that you've shipped. Leaving candy or some type of treat at your register if you're in a brick and mortar store. This can just go the extra mile in telling people that you appreciate them and care about them as they're checking out. Sharing local wisdom. A lot of us are local small businesses, and you know more about your area than most of the people that are coming in. And so sharing a little local wisdom can create that customer connection and thankfulness. And then drawings for free giveaways are always popular. You can do these online, or you can do them in a brick and mortar location. And then last but not least, creating some kind of thank you video. So you can do this with customers in the store. You can do it via Zoom conference call, but thank you videos have often gone viral on social media. And so I always encourage you to use video because it shares so much data, and it's a great way to say thanks. All right, guys, so we've got a couple minutes left for a few questions. If you want to start typing in your questions, I'll just go through a couple of our wrap-up slides today. So the Wyoming Women's Business Center is made possible through lots of partnership agencies, but our primary funding comes from the U.S. Small Business Administration, and it's matched by the Wyoming Business Council. So of course, we're thankful for their support and guidance, and we look forward to all of our work ahead. This is some contact information for business counselors as well as myself. I'm in business education at the Wyoming Women's Business Center. If you'd like to reach out to us directly for one-on-one business counseling, please do so. And our upcoming webinars you can find on our website under our training tab. So just go to wyomingwomen.org, click on the training, and you can register for free for any of our upcoming webinars. And we do have a couple more this month. All right, so I'll leave it up on this contact page while I take a look at a few questions. All right, thank you, everybody. It looks like I'm incredibly thorough today. That was a power-packed lunch half hour. So thanks everybody for joining us today. I asked you to stay on the line just for a couple minutes to complete the survey as I close out this webinar. And thanks again, everybody, for attending. If anybody had last-minute questions that you typed in, I'll be sure and respond to you via email. Have a great day, everybody.